Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank God it's Sunday and tomorrow is Monday, right? So let me read again to you the book of Francis Kong, The. We are already on topic number 18, okay? So the title of the topic today is Resistance to Change. You and I know very well that resistance to change is one of the inhibitors of progress. And this point is best illustrated by a historical event that happened in the field of basketball. This beautiful story came from the book Mindset by John Naisbitt. Do you know that on the night of December 30, 1936, a crowd of more than 17,500 turned out to the old Madison Square Garden in New York City to see Long Island University. The nation's #1 basketball team with a 43-game winning streak opposite Stanford, the defending champion of the Pacific Coast Conference. Stanford ended LU's winning streak with a 45-11 victory, but something more important happened. The crowd, in fact, mostly came to see Hank Luisetti, Stanford's 6'2", 185-pound sophomore. He was the only player known for shooting the ball with one hand while he hung in the air, in defiance of traditional basketball style. Everyone else was shooting two-handed set shots or hook shots. The huge publicity celebrating Luisitti's shooting style did not change the goal of putting the ball into the basket, but it forever changed how the game was played, but not without stubborn resistance. The establishment felt it was not the right thing to do. That's not basketball, said Knott Hallman, the fabled City College of New York coach at that time. If my boys ever shot one-handed, I'd quit coaching. Luisetti was voted College Player of the Year in 1937 and 1938. He finished second to George Mikan in the Associated Press poll to select the best player of the first half of the 20th century. Hank Luisetti died on December 17, 2002, living long enough to see his style perfected and embellished by the likes of Earl Monroe, Julius Erving, and of course Michael Jordan. Had somebody not had the courage to break convention, then basketball today would have remained static and boring. Throughout history, you will see the resistance to change has always been there. Today, as we look back, we find it humorous. Hindsight always has 20/20 vision. Take, for instance, this story. In the late 19th century, a controversy erupted among educators about a new American invention. For decades, students had used lead pencils in doing their work. But in 1880, a technological breakthrough came. For the first time, they began attaching rubber erasers on the ends of the pencils. This had never been done before. And many educators opposed the use of this newfangled pencil on the grounds that it encouraged students to make mistakes. Let them avoid errors in the first place, and they won't need an eraser. When calculators were introduced, accounting and engineering professors were against the machine. The devices were prohibited entry into the classroom. One accounting professor proclaimed with passion and conviction that those who persist in using the calculator will become dumb. Of course, today, if you are not using the calculator, you are dumb. When was the last time you saw someone carrying the slide rule to class? Be open to change, but stick firmly 2. Biblical values. Those are the only things that should never change, for if they do, they should not have been considered values in the first place. Make change your friend. People who soar and succeed are those who refuse to live in the past and whose eyes sparkle with the prospect of a future that embraces change along the way.